Dyslexic Genius here. What I'm going to talk about is a Victor record cabinet, and the wheel came off in moving. I was told not to roll it, and I did roll it, and this broke off, but it came off in one piece. Now, one problem is, in its life, somebody has tried to fix it. So what we do first is we're going to cut this off, and then you can use a file to file it down.
Cut what off?
Cut the nail out, because you don't want to take the nail out, because you come over here and here's the nail head. So if you drive this out to take this nail out, this could rip out. So we're going to leave this in as patina, but we'll file this down. And so in the process of all this, you're going to need a wood scraper like this, a drill, and then you're going to need Titebond III wood glue, which means the glue is going to be harder than the wood when we put it back together. So what has to be done is, you're going to come in here like this, and you're going to scrape off all the excess glue that's in here. And then on the pins, you can see the glue is here, and it's on the top, like that. So you're going to come in and clean off the dowels. The dowels haven't broken. You have to come around like this and clean them all up. This will take a while. And then you can see here where in its age it did split out in here. You can take a drill and you can just kind of carve it out. And once everything's apart, because we have some gaps in here, we will coat glue on this and in the holes. So when you put it back together, it's going to hydraulic, so the glue is going to come out, but it's going to hold it. And then you want to put glue in here all the way around after you get all this glue scraped off. Remember, you don't want to drive the nails out. Then on the other thing is...
How are you going to cut those nails off?
I'm going to use a pair of dikes, and then I'll just use a steel file to scrape it down a little. It won't hurt anything. And then the other thing is, these are a little wonky, but they don't want to come off. So how do we fix that? We're going to use a hypodermic needle, and we're going to come in here and we're going to inject inside here. We'll bend this back a little, and the needle will go in, and you can inject Titebond III in here and then bring it over, and it'll glue back in place. These do get loose. See how this one's loose? So that the needle will go in there and inject the glue, and then we can lock these back down, and everything will be good to go. You just want to take your time, but the key factor of this is all this, you can rub right here and you can feel the high glue in here is what they used. And you want to get rid of all this. You want to scrape it down with, you have to have a metal scraper. That's what these are called. And you just come in and there we go. It comes off fairly easily. Then once you're done, you're good, but it's going to take a while. We're still in the process of moving. We've got the record shelving in, carpet tacked back, and it's all looking good. And if you'd like to see one little thing, I can do it for you. Over the years, we've collected, when you go into a store, say you go into Ace Hardware someplace, and they have those stand-up pieces of needles you could buy for $1. And you take one off and you could buy one. Well, we have a collection of those over here. This is the Duratone card. These are all original, unused. You can see this hasn't been used. This is another dealership piece that ran around. And then you just work down the road here. You have the Ruby Jewel needle. It's all complete. We come down, it's Duratone, Fidelitone, and it just keeps going. And then we have some advertising back here, and a little more Fidelitone store piece that was behind the counter you could get out. This is really great stuff to collect if you're like paraphernalia with your phonograph collection, and that's my tip for the day.